All right, y'all. It's a new week. New week. So now this week I'm eating nothing but vegetables because next week I'm gonna be out of town on business and your girl's catching flights. And so when I know I have to travel like this, I always eat very light so my system don't do a wickety wickety whack on me. Cause when I'm in the on the plane, if I can help it, I don't like to go use airplane bathroom. Don't like it. But anyway, so today I'm having these fresh green beans. I sprinkled some salt, pepper, and some garlic. And I've got some minced garlic on top. And I've got a tablespoon of butter in there with olive oil. And I'm just letting these bad boys steam. They're almost good enough to just eat like this. Nice and fresh. That's good, just like that. I'm gonna probably just cook them for 5 minutes because I still want it to have that fresh crunch taste to it with the nutrients. You don't want to cook out all your nutrients. But this is what I'm gonna be eating off this week. And then I'm gonna do some fruits, vegetables. Yeah. Okay, y'all, this is about as much as I'm gonna cook them. And as my meat, I'm putting these portobello mushrooms in here. And I'm just gonna stir that around in here. And that's one of my meals. All right, y'all. It's rice cutting season. Lawn care people are cutting the rice in fresh vegetables. The smell of melon. Y'all, I cannot wait until watermelon season gets here. And what's up with the flowers? I've gone by 2 of my popular plant stands that I've taken y'all to in the past. Nobody has flowers out yet. What's up with that? We're almost in April. I haven't seen any ferns, any geraniums, nothing, honey. Is something going on? Are they blooming late this year? I'm ready to get my ferns out there. Anyway, cucumbers. Yum. Put a little bit of that on there. With some roasted sesame seeds. And that is a low-cal midday snack. So good. All right, y'all, that sun is sunning. It's about 6:30. It's time for us to get back on the porch, y'all, and do our little porch talks. Ooh, I tell you what, today was a busy day. And next week, y'all, I'm going to be off the hook, honey. Your girl going to be on flights, working hard for the money. But that's where I'm at in my career, where the boss man want me to go hither and thither. But you know what? Let me. You know what I've observed about some people? You know, some people refrain. They won't even make the right decision because it compels them to have to do the right thing or to do better. Let me say it like some people won't make the right decision, or they don't even make a decision because they want to stay where they are so they don't have to do anything or make their lives better. And when you sit back in the pocket and think about that, it's like, huh? It's so against the grain. It just doesn't even make any sense. It's almost like, why would a person that have dentures put braces on dentures? You follow what I'm saying? The whole point of you getting dentures is they're going to be created almost perfect to fit in your mouth or the shape of them. That would be crazy to get dentures and then put braces on top of dentures. My God in heaven. And some people, even with you giving them written down instructions, they still don't even know what to do. And you can give them written instructions on what to do. They don't even know how to handle it. But you know what? My God. And when you be sitting back and you be trying to help somebody, and it's almost like, you give them the tools they need, you give them the knowledge, and you give them all this stuff that they need to be successful. You provide. It's almost like, I love going back to the Garden of Eden, because when you go back to the Garden of Eden, y'all, let me tell you something. I learned so much. I just, again, recently went and read and studied the Garden of Eden again. And remember when God said to Adam, "Where are you?" And he says, "Well, I hid because I heard you coming, so I hid myself." And keep in mind now, he ain't never had to hide from God before. God come looking for you. And you know what I focused on? I think about whether it's people in your family, and you look at them, God provided a Garden of Eden. They had everything, every fruit, everything they ever thought about they needed. It was right there for them to have. But you put yourself in a position where folks got to look for you and ask you where you at. You ain't where you're supposed to be. And think about that. I thought about it. That's what it is. Some people, it ain't because they've been trying. No, it's the lack thereof. You look at some people, they 17, they're 18, they're 19, they're 20, they're 21, they're 22, 23, 24, all the way on up the scale, 56 years old, and you look at them and you say, "Where are you? Why?" And I'm think about that symbolically, y'all. Where you at? When God went looking for Adam, and he wasn't where he was supposed to be. And that's how it is in some people's life. They ain't even where they supposed to be. Folks gotta come looking for you and try to figure out, what are you doing? I done gave you all the tools for you to be successful. I have poured my heart and gave you knowledge, and then when it's time for you to perform, oh my God. And I'm coming back to check up on things, and folks gotta ask where you are. They gotta go look for you. You ain't where you're supposed to be. So for all of us who have read about the Garden of Eden, when they knew they partook in that fruit that they were told not to, and God said, well, what you mean? Adam said, well, I heard you, and I saw I was naked, so I hid from you. So God said, well, who told you was naked? Oh, did you eat from that place, that tree, that fruit that I told you not to? But the thing I want to focus, and this was an eye opener for me. This was an eye opener for me. Tanya, don't ever let it be. Not because see, when we know better, we do better. When we gain knowledge and have knowledge, we're supposed to do better. Right? Don't let it be where folk gotta look for you. They gotta ask where you are. Because if you where you're supposed to be, nobody should ever have to look for you. And I hope y'all are catching this in the spirit. I'm serious. There are some people in your life right now, and they're stuck doing nothing. They're busy doing nothing. They're almost as old as you are and ain't got nothing to show for it. They've done nothing. They've just been sitting back, letting you provide the room and board, the shelter, the food. They ain't even got to think about if they got lotion to put on their ashy legs, because you are going to the store buying the toilet paper, the toothpaste. They ain't even got to think about that. And they have done nothing. People that ain't seen you in years, they coming around checking on you, and you ain't done nothing. You just busy doing nothing. And I pray for you type people. I pray for people. Lord, help them get up and do something. What are you doing? Where are you? People should not have to be looking and asking where you are. You're making decisions that's keeping you stayed on stuck. And then think about this. The knowledge that they were trying to gain in the Garden of Eden, it benefited them not. It caused them to be cursed. So what are you doing out there in this world? And you're seeking whatever kind of knowledge, and it's not getting you anywhere. What knowledge are you chasing? And it's not getting you anywhere. It's creating problems for you. Oh my God. And what you thought you was gaining, you don't went and chase down this thing, you don't chase down that, and it ain't got you nowhere. So here it is, 20 years later, you in the same spot. Because you refuse to listen to good sound advice. Your mama done told you, your grandmama done told you, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your auntie, your good Judy, your good homeboy, they done told, man, no, you don't want to fool with that. Or no, man, why don't you do this? Now I don't want to do that. Yeah, but you over here doing nothing. You ain't got no money coming in. You ain't got no paycheck. You just stuck on being stuck. Instead of going out there, doing something different. Heck, a lot of things we do job-wise when we first start now, it ain't what we wanted. But we had to start somewhere. Oh my God, my master today. Anyway, I just thought about that thing when I was studying that thing. Oh my God, Tanya. Always try to be progressively moving forward. Don't get stuck on being stuck. Don't let it be that people are asking you where you at. Ooh, there's a bee out here, y'all. But anyway, y'all. Let me get on out of this bee's way, because it's like hovering. But anyway, y'all be encouraged. Stop being stuck on being stuck. Amen. Amen. Anyway, I love y'all. God bless. And may the peace of the Lord be with you.